Hey everybody, welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I'm reading on. But before we get started, you already know I ask you to do it every single day. Every single day, I ask you to go down in these settings of yours. Yes, look around, find that subscribe button, and go ahead on and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell too so you know when I upload or when I just want to pop in. And give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis, the beast, the algorithm. Oh, I'm telling you, I don't want to talk about it. And right about here, that's our join button. That's for channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member and a part of our reading club, you will be supporting my little channel to grow, to improve, and to continue. And I will be so grateful, so thankful, so honored for your support. Also, if you just want to do a one-time donation, our super thanks button is right over there. And all donations to the channel is always greatly appreciated. All right, y'all. I have like some shout outs and I have an announcement. I do. First, I want to do the shout outs. I want to shout out R&R Carter. Thank you, R&R Carter. You have been just been so supportive, and I'm so grateful that you are a part of our community and my tribe. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the super thanks. And just thank you for your support. Also, I want to shout out Lori Simmons. Lori, thank you for the super thanks. And just thank you for being a part of my tribe. Oh, I'm so happy. I love having Lori as part of my tribe. So thank you for the super thanks. Also, I want to do a shout out, and I'm telling you, this shout out makes me so happy. We have a new channel member, and the new channel member is Elegant Paws. Elegant Paws came on through and is now a channel member, and I cannot tell you how thrilled, how over the moon, how happy I am when I looked and saw Elegant Paws had become a part of the reading club. I was thrilled. I'm telling you, I turned into Oprah. And so now, Elegant Paws, you are an official member of the reading club. You can go over to our community page, and your official welcome to the reading club will be posted over there. And like I said, everybody go over and show Elegant Paws some love, because I'm telling you, I am thrilled. I am over the moon. I am so happy that Elegant Paws is a member of the reading club. I am. All right, y'all. Let me calm down a little bit, because y'all know I got a little hyped up there a minute. Because I'm telling you, the support I get, it just, I'm just saying, I sometimes I can't handle it. Sometimes I go over the top. But anyway, now with all that said, let's get into the read, because y'all know when I am putting the read together, y'all know what I do. I hit these internet streets, and that's exactly what I did today. I was up and down and all around these internet streets, went to all the social media platforms, except, I always say I go to all the social media platforms, but I don't go to Facebook. I do not go to Facebook. If y'all notice, I am not a Facebook girly. I don't like Facebook, but I'll just put it like this: I go to the social media platforms that I like. And that's exactly what I did. I was over to Blue Sky, stayed over there for quite a while, see what the squatties was talking about, checked them out. Then I moved on to TikTok, watched a few videos, not many, because y'all know I'll get lost. I'm telling you, I have several birthdays still over there on TikTok. Been stayed over there so long, I'm telling you. And then I made my way to Instagram to see what the Instagram squatties were talking about. And of course, they was all over the place talking about a whole lot of stuff, but mostly reminiscing about the year we have had and the squadron. I'm telling you, we have had a year, haven't we? I'm telling you, just looking back at all the things that our faves have done, and we're going to do a lot of that tomorrow on my podcast of the first of the year, which is my daughter's birthday. So I'm gonna have to shout her out tomorrow. Just looking back and seeing what our faves have done, and of course, dragging a few people because I'm telling you, it is not because they don't deserve to be dragged. So we're gonna drag a few people, but we also gonna look back at our faves. But today, I want to talk about what the squatties are really, really talking about. Um, a lot of them on X are talking about how the Daily Mail is lying. Of course, it's always lying. And the Daily Mail is lying about, well, pretty much lying on the Sussex Squad. And it's about that picture, that AI picture of Archie and Lily, and they're trying to say that the Sussex Squad is the one who made up that mock picture of those babies. And we all know, anybody that knows anything about the Sussex Squad knows that the Sussex Squad would never, ever do anything like that. Daily Fail knows better too, but just like Harry and Meghan, they have always tried to smear the Sussex Squad, always trying to make us into the bad guys. When in actuality, you got folks like the Rangers over there doing nothing but telling lies and smearing and absolutely defaming Harry and Meghan with their lies. But they want to make us the bad guy. All the Daily Fail is trying to do is to stop us from defending Harry and Meghan, and that's not going to happen. They don't understand that who they dealing with, we can take your heat. We can take it, yes, and we're going to bring you back the same energy. If you push us hard, we're going to push you equally as hard or more. So all I can say to that is to throw my head back and cackle, because at the end of the day, we're not going anywhere. And we're going to call you out for the rag that you are. And we're going to always push what is the truth. And that is why right now, on most of these social media platforms, that troll Padina who actually did that is being drugged all up and down these internet streets still. She has literally been drugged up and down these internet streets for 3 days, and she's still being drugged today. And I'm telling you, squatties are not playing with her. They are not. They are not playing with her. And I done saw some stuff that squatties are up to. All that I know is she need to hunker down, because one thing that they don't know is that when they bother us, we are sleeping giants here. All we want to do is support our faves. You know what I'm saying? We don't want no smoke with anybody. But I tell you what, we ain't gonna run away from no smoke either. We are not going to run. We will dig, we will find, we will poke, we will absolutely drag you if you mess with us. And that's exactly what's happening on X, formerly known as Twitter. That's what's happening on Instagram. That is what's happening on TikTok. That is what's happening to all these people who have decided to poke the Sussex Squad. Like I said, we don't bother nobody. Leave us alone. But we all know that they don't have the ability to do that, because if they had the ability to do that, they would have done it for Harry and Meghan. What couple has minded their business more than Harry and Meghan? But yet and still, they keep coming at them. Yes. And so all I can say is this: the Sussex Squad is a fierce defender of Harry and Meghan. And if you come for them or you come for us, we are going to serve up equal amount of smoke. And like I said, I don't know who all the members are in the Sussex Squad, but whoever they are, They have the greatest ability to investigate and to find things. It is stuff that is being posted on these social media streets that I am not even going to mention on this podcast that the squatties have dug up about that troll. And we all know they dug up a lot about that rag over there. The Sussex squad has even dug up a whole lot of stuff about that rag over there and how it is really beginning to be on its last leg. It is bleeding subscribers because it's bleeding subscribers. It is circling the drain. I'm telling you, it is in all of those rags over there are in such bad shape. And yet and still here they are still at their shenanigans and expect people not to push back. I'm telling you, you should go in the comment section of that particular story. The squatties are in there like a nest of hornets. I'm telling you, and they are bringing all the receipts, posting it all in the comments. But we all know that's exactly what they want. They want us to be upset, but and because they knew that was a lie when they printed it. But my whole thing is, it's kind of a choice between two bad choices, if you know what I mean. If you just let it hang out there and not say anything, then is that the best choice because that's the only voice that's being heard? Or do you swarm it like the squatties did, like a pack of hornets, and go in there and make sure people know who go in the comments? And I'm telling you, the squatties, if people made a comment about it or any kind of comment about that, I'm telling you, the squatties was going in after them. I made a few myself. I'm telling you, I absolutely did. And so I don't know which is best, but I really think if you let stuff like that just hang out there unanswered, then I think that would be the worst of choices. I know we're supposed to do mute. I just never have been the one to be mute. When somebody pushed me, I have always been the person who pushed back with equal force or more. And so that is exactly what the squatties are doing in that comment section. So I think it's probably the best way to handle it. I'm just saying, you know what? I'm not saying that my opinion is always the right thing to do, but I have always been a fighter. And so I just don't feel like it's right just to let people say any kind of anything. And they are trying to pretty much bloody the nose of the Sussex squad. They are trying to absolutely paint us in a negative light. And in actuality, we are the heroes and they are the zeros. I'm just saying. But anyway, with all that said, that's what the squatties are talking about that. But I'm not even going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about what they're dragging Kate about. And what they're dragging Kate about is this article that showed up saying that somehow every birthday she has, that Harry and Meghan somehow spoils this birthday, that somehow they overshadow this birthday. And I'm saying to myself, you are the future queen of England, and you worried about if somebody, just regular citizens now, because they always make sure we understand that Harry and Meghan are not royal anymore, which is totally and absolutely ridiculous. Because how can a blood-born prince not be royal anymore? How his children, the spawn of his seeds not be royal anymore? I mean, it's the most ridiculous thing. And the woman he chose to be his wife, how can she not be royal anymore? I'm just saying, she just as royal as Kate because Kate doesn't have any royal blood in her, and neither does Meghan, but their children do. I'm just saying. So stop all that. But I go back to say this: how can a couple who lives 5,000 miles away overshadow the future Queen of England. How's that happening? But evidently, they do. They do, because here is this article written about it. I actually found two articles written about it. And my whole thing is, what is the problem over there at Kensington Palace? That they are so resentful to the point where they are trying to tell Harry and Meghan ahead of time, please don't do anything around Kate's birthday. She don't want to be overshadowed. And I'm gonna put this up. And this particular squatty said this: if Kate Middleton, alleged future queen of Great Britain, can't be overshadowed by two people residing 5,000 miles, land and sea miles away on a different continent and country, it's not Prince Harry and Meghan that are the problem. What is the lie? It goes on to say, but William and Kate, who can't hold their Phoebe's attention, that should worry the firm. I'm just saying, why are you trying to blame Harry and Meghan for your shortcomings? Because evidently, even with these titles that they hold to be the end all and be all, saying that that is the reason why Harry and Meghan gets the attention that they get and the interest that they get and the money that they get, is these titles. Here, these two people who hold higher titles, and they are over there worrying about what Harry and Meghan is doing 5,000 miles away and a continent and an ocean away. Don't do anything on my birthday. That's basically what she's saying, because she wants the attention. But my point is this: why would they have a problem with whatever Harry and Meghan's doing? They're not a part of that family anymore. They have made that perfectly clear, that Harry and Meghan is no longer a part of that family, even to the point where Charles did not include Harry and his family in his little reel when that he presented in the King's speech. But yet and still, here she is saying that these people who are not part of that family anymore has the ability to absolutely overshadow everything that she does. Tell me these people don't know who they are. I have said this earlier in earlier podcasts. When Harry and Meghan left, they were faced with some realness, meaning that they had to really look in the mirror and see that, nah, they was not the people they thought they were. They thought that they could just steal Harry and Meghan's persona and just become just that popular, just that interesting. I'm sure it was very shocking to them when they found out that after William got all his new shoes and his new clothes, and Kate just absolutely just stole everything from Meghan. I mean, her fashion, her hairstyles, her jewelry choices, everything that was left to steal, she stole it. And she still could not hold anybody's attention, to the point where she had to move herself. Well, I don't know if she moved herself or the firm moved her off stage, but she absolutely got the hook, like in them old vaudeville shows, like those old shows, like they wouldn't call you off stage. They would either just bring the curtain down or just put a hook out there and just bring you off stage. And that's what happened with Kate. They just absolutely just sent the hook out there and hooked her and just took her off the world stage, because she was out there completely embarrassing herself. I mean, just absolutely had turned into single white female. That movie where this woman just came in and just took on all this other woman's, her roommates, uh took, I mean, he cut her hair like her, start dressing like her, absolutely start doing everything like her. That's the way Kate was with Meghan, to the point where it was uncomfortable to watch anymore. And I think evidently it got uncomfortable for them too. But then also it could have been that, she got that stench of racism. She started smelling from high heaven with racism. And so they had to get her off because of that too. She was stinking with she was stinking up the place with the racism. I'm telling you, because when she got called out by Piers Morgan, whoo, they were saying something had to give, and before I knew it, Kate had cancer. I'm just saying, she has cancer. They went for the big one in order to get that stench off of her. And unfortunately, that has still haven't worked. But yes, this particular article talking about how Kate Middleton's past birthdays were overshadowed by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. What does that say about her? I'm just saying. It says the Princess of Wales is hoping that her 43rd birthday is a positive one this year. Isn't that something? How pathetic. They should have just absolutely just printed the words pathetic over this picture after using a headline like that, because basically that's what they're saying. That's basically what they're saying, that the future Queen of England is pathetic. I'm just saying. All right, I'm going to put this one up. And this particular squatter reposted that picture also and said this: how undignified. Kate Middleton's past birthdays was overshadowed by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. How old is Kate? That's what I'm saying. She acts like a young child. What are you talking about? Your birthday was overshadowed by Harry and Meghan. I'm telling you, I believe when you join this royal family, or if you grow up in it, you're emotionally stunned. We have saw it on full display with Charles. I mean, he totally lost his SHIT when a pen dripped a little ink on his hand. Yes, indeed, he did. Now, you tell me you're not emotionally retarded if something like that happened and you're unable to handle it. Can you imagine how does he act when he really have a problem? I'm telling you. But I don't know what goes on when you are absolutely shaping the future king of England. But from what I have saw, the results, like Charles, like William, I don't have a whole lot of hope for George. I don't. He seems like a wonderful, sweet young man, young preteen. He does. But it's something about that firm just absolutely turned them in. They stopped growing emotionally. Like George is probably going to stop growing emotionally. Now, I think he's like 11. That's about far as they can go. Because Charles acts like an 11-year-old. Especially when you saw him, how he behaved when he had too many items on his desk in front of the world. In front of the world. Y'all saw how he acted when these little boys who probably were so nervous. This is something, their parents have put pressure on them. You got to get it right. You got to get it right. And they did not fold his little cape. I guess that's what you call it, his robe or whatever they call that. When he was going into Parliament, him and his horse to open Parliament, and they had all these stolen jewels on, and they killed all these animals for this fur. And they went in there and they did not, these little boys did not fold his cape like he thought it should be folded. And he had a complete hissy. I'm telling you, a hissy fit in full display. It's as if he cannot control himself even when he knows he's on camera. Can you imagine how he behaves when he's not front facing or in front of cameras or in private? I bet it is something to see. But yet and still, and I know this is kind of taking a detour, but can you imagine these people trying to accuse Megan of bullying? Can you believe that? These people who absolutely cannot control themselves even when people are watching. I bet you Kate is hell on wheels to their maid, to their nanny, to their I mean, driver, I bet you it is some stories to be told. You can tell. Now, the queen, you could tell her demeanor. She seemed like she was a gracious woman. But Charles and William, not at all. You can also get a read on who they are and their personality as well, just like you could the queen. And also Kate. I feel sorry for the people who work in the royal household. I bet you it's some stories to tell if they hadn't signed an NDA, but we all know they would not let them darken the door without signing an NDA. So we'll never get to hear any of those tales. But I bet you it is some to tell because those three right there, how they behave in public gives you an inkling of how they behave in private. And it is not nice. And they had the nerve to try to tell us and try to make us believe that this woman who has never had a inkling of anybody accusing her of saying any kind of rude word to them, much less being a bully. They wanted to try to sell that to somebody. And we are watching in real time Charles bullying little kids. But y'all know I'll go off on a tangent in a minute. I'll tell you. All right, but we're going to keep going. And let me finish with this particular post. And I'm going to start over. And it said, how undignified. Kate Middleton's past birthdays was overshadowed by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. How old is Kate? Why is she so easily overshadowed by the Sussexes who lives a continent away? Harry and Meghan did not move down the street. They didn't move around the corner. They didn't move to the other side of the city. Or they didn't move to the other side of Great Britain. They moved to a whole nother continent, but yet and still, they still cannot help themselves to try to claim that somehow it's Harry and Meghan's fault that they get overshadowed. It's their fault. They're boring. They're boring. You have the titles, you have everything that you say that makes you successful and popular, but yet and still you are unable to achieve that. What does that say about you? I'm just saying. And it goes on to say, get get her a diction coach. Mumbling is the issue, not Harry and Meghan. I'm telling you, I don't understand why they hadn't got her a diction coach. It must be so bad that even the coach can't do nothing with her. The last time we heard from Kate Middleton was that Christmas Carol concert, and she was talking to that pop star, and she had tied herself in several knots trying to absolutely tie together three sentences, and the three sentences won. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. I went and found that article and I'm going to put it up here and we're going to read a little bit of it, but it is just ridiculous. It says how Kate Middleton's past birthdays was overshadowed, in quotes, by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Just admit that these people are mediocre. Just admit it because basically in this headline, that's exactly what you're saying. The Princess of Wales is hoping that her 43rd birthday is a positive one this year. Well, what that got to do with Harry and Meghan? Harry and Meghan ain't did nothing to her. It's ridiculous. It says, after a difficult year, and I'm going to stop right there. And this is what I'm going to say about this. I think they know that court case is coming up. They know that Invictus is coming up. They know a lot of things are coming up for Harry and Meghan. And so I think they're trying to set Harry and Meghan up as the villains, as if just because they're existing is somehow overshadowing her birthday. So that will make them the bad guy. They are always on the hunt for some reason to make Harry and Meghan the bad guys. And this is what this is. If Harry and Meghan have a peep on her birthday, living their life, if they go out to lunch, if they absolutely take their kids to the bookstore or show their face in any kind of way, they're going to try to say that Harry and Meghan was trying to overshadow them on Kate's birthday. This is a setup. And if I was Harry and Meghan, if I wanted to go get a burger, I would do that. If I wanted to go to the movies, I would do that. If I wanted to go to a concert, I would do that too. If I wanted to go out with my friends, I would do that too. I would not allow them to dictate my life and let them say what they want to say. Let them say what they want to say. All it says about them, if they do say Harry and Meghan, if Meghan goes out to lunch with someone, or if Harry goes surfing, or whatever happens, that might occur on her birthday, let them say that. Because at the end of the day, it says more about them than it does Harry and Meghan. Because if someone 5,000 miles away, and a continent away, and an ocean away, going to lunch overshadows your birthday, it says how pathetic and mediocre you are. It has nothing to do with them. I'm just saying. But let's get into this article, y'all, and we'll talk a little bit about it, but it is ridiculous, I must say. Okay, the article says after a difficult year marred by cancer and chemotherapy treatments, Kate Middleton is looking forward to her forthcoming birthday in light of her health issues. While the optimism stems from her being in healthier state since finishing chemo, a royal expert also reveals that the Princess of Wales' past birthday has been tied to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's drama with the royal family. This birthday is going to be memorable in so many ways. It will mark the start of a new and hopeful, happier year, and the end of one that has been brutal for the whole family. Ah, yeah, I'm okay. It's been brutal for the whole family because they've been exposed, and they absolutely had to come up with something to get the stench of racism off of them. And they had to go through all of this cosplaying and pretending as if they had cancer. So I bet that is trying to fake cancer, I'm sure. But we digress. Okay. And it goes on to say it will mark the start of a new and hopefully happier year, and the end of one that has been brutal for the whole family. Royal correspondent Judy Bond told OK via the Mirror. While some women might find this prospect of turning 43 a bit daunting, Catherine will, I'm sure, be delighted that she is able to enjoy her birthday in comparatively good health. Though of course she is still recovering. Every day must now be extra precious for the princess, and every birthday a cause for grateful celebration. They need to stop. It's as if the words are absolutely been fed to her. And we all know who Jenny Bond is. She is the same one who sit up on television and said Diana would absolutely approve of the horse. She said that with a straight face to the camera. This is who this woman is. I digress. Bond explained that some of Middleton's previous birthdays have had complications, with her saying that special occasions being overshadowed by events. Prince Harry and Meghan announcing they were stepping back from royal duty on 8th January 2020. Harry released his book on January 10th, 2023. Middleton's birthday last year, while separated from the royal family tumultuous relationship with Harry and Markle, saw the beginning of her health complications. This time last year, the princess must have been anxious and probably in pain as she geared up for her planned abdominal surgery, which took place a few days after her 42nd birthday. Bond continued. That, of course, was followed by the shock of her cancer diagnosis. So, this will be a perfect opportunity to celebrate. Basically, they're saying, Harry and Meghan, please be quiet. Please be quiet so Kate can have the world stage. And let's not get it twisted. The world is not waiting on what Kate is going to do for her birthday. They live over there in a bubble. They don't understand that the majority of the world don't even know who she is. And the other half don't care. And I'm just saying. And so I'm sorry, but Harry and Meghan should not put their life on hold because Kate is having a birthday. Do y'all remember when this whole thing came out that Kate had cancer? Meghan was at the LA Children's Hospital and she was doing, reading to the sick children there. She did not know Kate was going to announce that she had cancer during that time. Meghan was living her life, okay? Living her life like anybody else lives her life. And so when Kate came out and said she had cancer, just so happened, Meghan, I think the day before, I think it was the day before, or even it could have been even earlier than that, because it depends on the hospital to post when these people come to read. It could have been a week or two before. I don't know. But I think they posted that Meghan had been there the day before, that Kate announced Kate announced that she had cancer. And this, I think Byron calls her the albino assassin, Maureen Callahan, sit on a panel and call Meghan the other one. Call her, no, she didn't call her the other one. She said that one. That's what she said. Oh my God. To this day, I want to lose it on her. I would love to have a conversation with her because I would eat her up and not leave any crumbs. Who in the HE double hockey sticks do you feel you are to call her that one? That's the one she said, that one. And that one was over there while Catherine was saying that she had cancer, and that one. Ooh, I'm telling you, I still get chills all over my body when I talk about it because just incenses me to think that you feel that you have some kind of right to address Meghan like that. Oh, but yes, this is how these people are. And y'all remember during that time she announced she had cancer, they were saying that Meghan shouldn't do anything. She shouldn't live her life. Her and Harry should be quiet and did she ever say that to her own sister, who was on vacation, jumping off of rocks and frolicking in the ocean with her butt cheeks hanging out? And Zara and it was Zara and Beatrice and Eugenie was going to the Formula 4 races. All of them was doing all manner of things. But yet and still they wanted Harry and Meghan to stay in the house a whole continent away because Kate had cancer. It was the most ridiculous thing. And that is the same vibe I am getting from this particular article. All I'm saying is, if you're going to be the future Queen of England, you shouldn't worry about anybody overshadowing you. You shouldn't even worry about it. But when you are mediocre and you know it, you put out nonsense like this to try to somehow emotionally blackmail somebody into not doing anything so you can be centered. Well, let me tell you this. Harry and Meghan are private citizens, and if they want to go get lunch, I say go get it. Go get your lunch, Meghan. And absolutely not even worry about what's going on with Kate. Because I don't think Meghan gives her 2 seconds of thought. Meghan don't think about her, but I bet her fevered mind is constantly thinking about Meghan. And this right here, this Judy Bond, Jenny Bond, or whatever her name, coming out with this nonsense. Tell me you pathetic without telling me you pathetic. And that is what this article is saying. I'm just saying. I've read enough. I'm going to go on. All right, let's go on to the next. I'm going to put this up. And OK Magazine did its version of this pathetic begging Harry and Meghan not to absolutely come out of the house for Kate's birthday. And the title of their article is Kate Middleton past birthdays were overshadowed by her public feud with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. When did that happen? What public feud is that? All I have ever saw was a one-sided war against Harry and Meghan. And they have always been outgunned by those people over there because they have a whole industry on their side, and it's called the Royal Rota in Fleet Street. And my whole thing is, it's no feud when it's only one side fighting. I'm just saying. But let's go on and see what they said. It says Kate Middleton is getting ready to celebrate her 43rd birthday in January, but Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's history of releasing tell-all projects around her special day might be cause for concern. Pitiful, sad, pathetic. How can you absolutely be this pathetic and still call yourself the Princess of Wales? Tell me that the Princess of Wales title after Diana and then Kate is such a downgrade from Diana. I mean, here you are going to Judy Bond and all of these other people trying to convince Harry and Meghan not to do anything, not to live their lives because you're having a birthday and you absolutely want some attention for it. It is pathetic and it's sad. And this whole thing talking about some kind of feud. If it's a feud, it's in your favorite mind because Harry and Meghan has made it perfectly, perfectly clear. I don't think they can make it any clearer that they're not participating in none of your nonsense from over there. They have moved on. They're not in a feud with you. It's in your mind. Do something about it. I hope you're on some medication. I'm just saying. Let's go on. It says, according to the royal correspondent Jenny Bond, Kate's past celebrations have been overshadowed by the couple as the prince's natal day falls on January the 9th. I guess maybe that's a birthday. I don't know. The Sussexes announced on January the 8th, 2020, that they were leaving the UK, and Harry's explosive memoir was formally released on January the 10th. I can't no more. I cannot. But all this begging and pleading and asking Harry and Meghan to stay in the house, it should fall on deaf ears if I was Meghan. Not allow any of those people's mediocrity to dictate what I do on any given day, any given hour, any given minute. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, we're going to move on from that nonsense. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And when I saw this, I said, this is so true. This post is just right on point. And it says this: it's actually so sinister how both tabloid media and social media takes things Kate has done and claim that it was actually Meghan who did it. Where is the lie? Where is the lie? Everything that Kate has done, they always equate it to Meghan. And it says this, it says Kate was known as the mattress. She was known as the mattress, not Meghan. I have heard the Rangers say this about Meghan, and we all know that it is provable that Kate was known as the mattress. Then it goes on to say Kate was a yacht girl. We've got the pictures to prove that. But yet and still, these fevered-minded trolls and hags continue to say that it was Meghan. And this particular squatter said, not Meghan, not Meghan. Meghan was not the yacht girl. Kate was. And we have pictures, and they wrote stories about it. We have the receipts. But yet and still, they always try to tag that on Meghan. And then it says Kate was a mean girl, not Meghan. And we have saw that on full display. Kate has no friends because of it. Because of her behavior and seeing every woman as competition, she has no friends. I'm just saying. And then it goes on to say, Kate has no friends. Not Meghan. And we have saw all of Meghan's friends, the plethora of Meghan's friends. You cannot be a person, a mean person, an evil person, and have that many friends. It's not that many people who will want to hang out with you. Look at Elon Musk. He got all the money in the world. Do you ever see him with anybody? No, you don't. You never see him with anybody. Case closed. And then it goes on to say, Kate tears down competition, not Meghan. Absolutely not. Not Meghan. Meghan is a girl's girl. Meghan invests in all kind of women-led companies. Meghan always is fighting for the underdog. Harry said in the Oprah interview that she is a rescuer. She loves to rescue people. She loves to take people who are broken and fix them up and lift them up. That is not the heart of someone who is a mean girl, who is competitive against people. She's not that girl. And Meghan has long friendships, 20-year friendship. Meghan even have friends that she went to high school with still, who she went to college with. And I don't care what nobody say. They try to hold it against her that some of her friends have fallen by the wayside or they're no longer friends. But I say it's always a reason for that. And who on this planet has all the friends they have ever made still their friends? Some friends, you have to demote them. And I mean, you have to take them from being your friends to your associates. And then you have some of them, you absolutely have to associate them out of your life. So I don't understand what they're talking about. So Meghan is somehow supposed to be this person who is unlike any other person in the world, that they have to, every friend she makes, she has to maintain that friendship for life. What kind of nonsense is that? That's ridiculous. But yes, and look at this. It was a repost, and it was a repost of an article. And in the article, this is how they used to write about Kate. How sexy Kate Middleton flashed her nude bum to male students who passed her second-story dorm window. 90 times she was showing her tail. Showing her tail to whoever passed by. But yet and still, somehow Meghan should absolutely be beneath her, and she's supposed to look down on Meghan, talking about Archie's skin tone. Get out of here. And you just absolutely hanging your out the window. Get out of here. And earned the moniker Kate Middlebum, revealed in new book. Yes, they call her Kate Middlebum because she was hanging her butt out the window for anybody to see. It is so many people in United Kingdom have saw Kate's butt, and she did it intentionally. This is what William married. I'm just saying, but they absolutely have to try to pay people to lie and say negative things about Meghan. Like a perfect example is Simon Rex. Wanted to pay him $70,000, and he said at the time he was really hungry, but he could not morally do such a thing. But they tried to do that. This is what Meghan has been dealing with ever since William leaked the fact to old long-faced Camilla Tominey that Harry was dating Meghan. That this is what she has had to deal with. But they always try to put it on Meghan. And this particular Squatty said this in the post. It says, "You can take the girl out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the girl." Where's the lie? But yet and still, she somehow thinks she's better. Better at what? I don't see anything that Megan is liking in that she is not better than Kate. She's better looking, she's better organized, she's better educated, she's better capable, she speaks better. You go on and on and on. I could go on all night and the list could go on that she is better than Kate. But yet and still somehow can't think she's better. Get out of here with that nonsense. And I'm going to put this up. And this is kind of a two-part tweet. These two people are talking to one another. And the first one is pretty much trying to make a case that we somehow should feel sorry for Kate because of all the stuff she went through and so on and so forth, I guess. And the second one absolutely came in and let her know, nah, we shouldn't, because let's look at who Kate really is. So I'm gonna put this up, and this is the first one, and it says, "At the end of the day, it is sad that Kate doesn't have a supportive circle like Meghan with genuine love. Maybe she wouldn't be so obsessed with Meghan, as her obsession is rooted in jealousy and racism. And I wish she had real supporters instead of Megan haters." Now, she told the truth about that because Kate does not have real supporters. The people who claim to be her supporters are actually just Megan haters, just masquerading as Kate supporters. Because you can't tell me you're a supporter and you don't support anything that this person do. And your whole page and your whole channel consists of hating on Megan instead of uplifting Kate. So, yeah, she's right about that. Because if you look at our pages, you look at the Sussex Squad page, we are not going to go one podcast or anything without saying something positive about Meghan, to uplift Meghan and Harry, to absolutely fiercely loyal to Harry and Meghan. That's what we do. But you go over to their page, that one of those twisted, fevered pages of theirs, and it's nothing but Meghan, Meghan, Harry, and Meghan, 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 Harry, and Meghan. It's no William and Kate over there. They are masquerading as William and Kate supporters or royalists, because at the end of the day, it's always about Harry and Meghan. I'm just saying. So she told the truth about this. And then this particular person came in to absolutely give her a little clarity on why, no, we don't need to feel sorry for Kate. And it says, "But the truth is, instead of being happy of her family and future crown, she's a bitter woman who found purpose in having her sister in law dehumanized and harassed nonstop. And she was smiling all through the 8 effing years until karma got to her." Where is the lie? So why should we feel sorry for Kate? This is a woman who absolutely spearheaded this smear campaign against Harry and Meghan. Why in the world would we feel sorry for her? I'm just saying. And it goes on to say, "Being evil is very expensive." I think it is, isn't it? And she is just paying the cost of being evil. And that is it in a nutshell. End of story. Period at the end. We are not going to feel sorry for you, because we all know with any chance, any opening, any way, if it's possible, you're going to try to hurt Harry and Meghan. You have showed yourself to do that. We saw you. We saw you out there when the queen was dead, laying in her box. And y'all went out there just to look at the flowers. You could not even allow yourself to absolutely make it about the queen. You stepped to Meghan. You showed yourself. You broke character right then and there. You showed yourself. And so my whole thing is we see you and we have no issue in not giving you any sympathy. I give you all the disrespect. I'm just saying. And this particular person, the way she put it was sheer perfection. Being evil is expensive. I'm just saying. I'm going to put this up. And this particular squatty said this: bad dad, jealous brother, lying sister in law, leaky palace courtiers, vile British media, racist royalists. No one, not one of them can hold this good man down. Where is the lie? Where is it? Where is the lie? They do all they can to tear this man down, and he flies higher. He does. And that's what I was saying about I never, ever, ever will forget Harry's face. I have said this time and time again. I will not forget Harry's face on that stage of the Pat Tillman Award. How he showed so much grace. He showed the character of the man right then and there. And I knew then that Harry is not going to let anybody stop him. And then Harry pops up on the big screen at NATO, flying higher. Always, always flying higher. And I love that about him. I do. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. And this is showing, I always say that those papers over there are circling the drain. Here is proof that they are circling the drain. This particular squatty posted this, and it says the UK print numbers November 2024. As usual, the Reach, Title, Mirror, the Express, the Daily Star, and the Daily Record declined the most. They have reached the latter stages of asset stripping, meaning that they're going to have to start selling stuff off to try to survive. I told you, I kept saying they are circling the drain. At this point, they're just trying to hold on for dear life to keep them slipping down in there. And it says they reached the latter stages of asset stripping and have so little staff producing so little content that people don't buy them anymore. They are absolutely drowning in the red. They are down the drain, holding on, trying to keep from going down in the sewer. They are. And look right here. The Daily Fail declined 7.4%. It did. It absolutely did. The Mail declined 7.8%. The Daily Mirror 15.3, and the Sunday Mirror 15.5. They are just holding on by their fingernails. And I just love this for them. I do. I love this for these rags because they deserve every bit of it. And I am praying that all these lawsuits just absolutely just pry their fingers off the side of the drain so they can just go on and slip on down because they deserve this, because they have done nothing but just wreak havoc on the British people and their lives. How many people's lives have been lost with the nonsense that's been printed in these papers, especially the Daily Mail? They were out today, like I was talking about earlier, about lying on the Sussex squad, lying on us. But I tell you what, the Sussex squad will outlast the Daily Fail. But you want to bet on that one? That's a bet. The Sussex Squad will last longer than the Daily Fail. I'm just saying. So good news, y'all. Good news. They are on their way down the drain. And all I can say is pour some water on their heads. All right, y'all. I'm going to put this up. And I just want to talk about this for a minute. We lost a giant. We did. President Jimmy Carter died. And, he was kind of last of the Mohicans in a way. Just a good man who actually walked the walk that he talked. Now, he would talk the talk, but he absolutely would walk the walk. He was a Christian man who actually act as if he was a Christian. He had a Christian heart. And I'm telling you, he will be missed. He will be missed. He's one of the good ones. And I'm telling you, if it's a heaven, he's in it. And he lived to be 100 years old. He did. What a gift. What a wonderful, wonderful gift. He lived to be 100. And I saw this tweet and I thought, yeah, this is perfect. And it says Jimmy Carter held on long enough to cast his vote for Kamala Harris. Y'all remember he had put out a statement that he wanted to live long enough to vote for Kamala Harris. And he did that. And it said, but he didn't want to stick around for the Trump administration. So President Carter said, I'm out of here with that one now. I stuck around long enough to vote for Kamala, but I just don't want to stick around for this nonsense that's coming up. And I get it. I don't want to stick around for it either, but I'm forced to do so. I'm gonna put this up. And basically, it is what I say every time I end the podcast, and that is just a little reminder to people who feel like they can get out of pocket and start messing with Harry and Meghan. And also messing with the Sussex Squad, like the Daily Fail felt like they wanted to mess with the Sussex Squad and Padina. Anytime you push us, we're going to push you back. We're going to push you back harder, too. And if you mess with Harry and Meghan, we'll eat your face out. All right, y'all. Bye.